students! Welcome back to class. I am Miss KADIE, that vegan teacher, for those of you who are new here. And no, this is not wool. I'm just wearing a scarf made out of acrylic because I don't know why. I don't know. I don't feel that great still. I had a sore throat. I had a fever. I don't know if it was COVID or not. I had a headache, all this stuff. But anyway, I'm back. And now I'm going to teach you where vegan cheese comes from. You want to know? Let's watch this video. Miyoko.
I
That's
fell
the name of her
into this
cheese.
sanctuary just by accident. We bought this property. These two goats showed up. Somebody asked me if I had room for goats, and they showed up. And the next thing you knew, a few pigs showed up. And the next thing you knew, all these other animals showed up. And we finally decided, you know what, we're going to do we're going to have a bona fide sanctuary. And that was sort of the beginning of Rancho Compasión.
Oh, cute.
I went on a camping trip when I was 12 years old and had to eat a vegetarian diet for a few days. I was appalled. I thought it was the worst food in the world. I couldn't wait to get back home. When I got back home, my mother put pork chops in front of me. For some reason, in my little 12-year-old brain, I made a connection between that and a pig. And all of a sudden, it was such a weird moment, because I still remember looking at that pork chop and thinking, that's not food. That was an animal. And I pushed the pork chop away, and I literally never ate meat again. It was like this instantaneous connection. I had to do something that created value. I had to do something that was aligned with what I had always thought was my life's purpose, but had never had the opportunity to really fully blossom. I always found food as an effective way of activism, because through delicious food, you can win people over. People say, wow, if I could eat like this, I'd go vegan. Miyoko's Creamery. I mean, why am I making cheese out of cashews and legumes? Because it's all about the animals. They're entitled to a life of their own, to live life according to their wishes, and that's a story we want to tell. We want to show people that you can have foods that are every bit as good as their animal dairy counterparts. We don't have a lot of time left on this planet. There are animals that are dying all around us, and we have to become a stronger voice for them.
So this is what I love about her. She started her company because she is an ethical vegan. If you don't know the name of the cheese, again, it's Miyoko. See the title here? Miyoko. Miyoko cheese. You guys should definitely try it. It's in so many supermarkets now. Go and have a look. Phenomenally vegan.
We can start, I don't know, we have a cow in the front. Did you see the cow in the front?
The cow with hearts. Oh.
So we're going to go into the primary production, and you're going to see, how and where we make our products.
There you go. That's how cheese is made. Vegan cheese.
The dairy industry is a very, very complicated thing. It's an industry that's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, and most of the dairy farmers that are, let's say, out in, where I live, all over the country, in fact, are third, fourth, fifth generation farmers. This is all they know. This is all they have been doing. And maybe their grandparents, their great-grandparents had a really small farm with maybe 15 cows. The same farmers today, they're a part of a co-op usually, and they're selling their milk to these large corporations. All this consolidation has occurred, and the farmers themselves are now exploited. And dairy farmers are struggling. The whole industry is collapsing.
Which is good for the animals.
As vegans, we often only think about the animals and trying to save them from an unsavory fate. But we also have to realize that there are people that are caught up in the system that are also victims. And that's why we have this dairy farm transition program, because we want to help those farmers that, they're not evil people. They're just trying to they're just trying to make a living. They're just trying to, oftentimes they'll say, we're just trying to feed America. They think they're doing the good work. So let's help them do that. In 2019, we got a letter from the Department of Food and Agriculture in California that we could not use the term butter, that it belonged to the dairy industry, along with images of cows. We were also told we couldn't use lactose-free, hormone-free, revolutionizing dairy with plants.
Can you imagine? Do you guys remember that? they were trying to tell vegans you can't use the word milk, you can't use the word cheese, but watch what happens.
And it was such an absurd letter. I had a great laugh, and then I contacted Animal Legal Defense Fund, and they represented us in suing the CDFA for violating our First Amendment rights to free speech. And we are so happy to say that just recently we won that lawsuit.
Yes.
A U.S. District Court ruled that that consumers were not confused by the terminology butter as long as it was modified by something like vegan.
Exactly.
And that we have every right to use that term.
Hooray for free speech! Go Miyoko! Yeah, and didn't you like what she said about the farmers? It's so true. You know, I come off like I'm a real hard ass all the time, and I'm like, there's no excuse for animal abuse, and there isn't. But it's not to say that I don't understand that there are many, many people, and often generations of people who are stuck in these cycles, and that sometimes the farmers themselves can also be victims. And so we have to be aware of that. And that's why it's so important that if you are a farmer, that you find ways to get out of these ruts that you're stuck in. And go and watch this video again. Go and research what she's talking about. Go and look at the links below to find out how you can get out of it.
Right now I'm standing in the aging room with all of our artisanal cheeses. These are the cheeses that I first started the company with 7 years ago. And I remember when I first started, we had an aging room that was about 1/10 this size. And I thought, oh my God, we'll never ever fill it up. And of course, very, very quickly, it got filled up. This room is filled up. We have another one next door that's a little bigger. And the business just keeps growing. The demand for vegan cheese just keeps climbing.
Isn't that great? The demand for vegan cheese just keeps climbing. So all of you people out there who say, you're never going to create vegans, Miss Katie, you're wasting your time. You are wrong. More and more vegans are coming to existence all the time because of these great vegan products and because people can start to feel empathy for the animals. Once they know, it takes 100 clicks to become vegan. Got to get the message in your head, you got to feel it in your heart for the animals, and you have to be willing to start. And this is how you start, by educating yourself. So thank you for coming to this channel. By the way, if you haven't yet subscribed, this is a good time. Look below. You see the subscribe button? You see it? And beside it is a notification bell. And when you tap the notification bell, you can be here with me in the premieres. I'm often here in the premieres. I often post my videos as premieres, so you can chat with me, ask me questions. Let's just watch the end of this.
And it's super, super exciting.
Miyoko's.
I mean, veganism is the way to change the world.
Veganism is the way to change the world.
It really, really is. So whether you're a vegan, full-time vegan, or a part-time vegan.
Oh, no such thing as a part-time vegan, Miyoko. I know what she's trying to do, though. She's trying to get people to buy her product. She's like, look, even if you're not vegan yet, you can still buy this vegan cheese and you can slowly make your way towards becoming vegan. And I get the argument. You know, you're better off to have like 100 flawed vegans than just one perfect vegan. I get that. But my mission is a little bit different. My mission is to remind you of your ethical responsibility to the animals. You're not just going to be a partial non-racist. You're either not racist or you're racist. You can't just be partially there. So same for veganism. You either understand that the animals have feelings, have value, are not objects, they're not like a scarf. You either understand that or you just don't get it at all. And if you know that they have value, that they matter morally, then you do not act racist towards them. I know what you're thinking. How can you be racist towards an animal? But what's the difference? You're discriminating against someone just because of the way that they look. Did I tell you yet? This is not wool. I know so many people are going to write me. How come you're wearing a wool scarf? It's acrylic anyway.
Or a pre-vegan. As far as I'm concerned, everyone is a pre-vegan.
As far as I'm concerned, everyone is born vegan. Everyone is born vegan. When you're born, you never wanted to hurt animals. Think about it. If you were in a crib with a little baby pig and an apple, you would never think, I'm going to take a bite out of the pig and then you're just going to throw the apple around. You just know. You know, and you always knew. All you have to do is go back to your roots to become vegan again, like you were born. Because remember, your mother's milk was always meant for you, and mother's milk is vegan as long as It's your mother. Don't go taking milk from another species, because that's stealing. Don't do that.
And that's how we're going to change the world. Yeah, we've come a long ways, but there's just so much more to do. The thing that I'm most grateful for is that I have this opportunity. I have an opportunity to make a difference, and I feel it is my responsibility to work as hard as I can for as long as I can to have as much impact as I can.
Yay! Love it! Miyoko. Miyoko's cheese. Memorize the name, okay? Miyoko, it's M-I, and then Yoko, Y-O-K-O. Like Yoko Ono, do you remember her? She was married to one of the Beatles, John Lennon, Yoko. So it's Miyoko. So that's how you pronounce it. But it's spelled M-I. Okay, Miyoko. So now you know how they make the vegan cheese. They use different kinds of plants in there, and she makes hers with a base of cashew. And she didn't actually show too much of what's going on in the factory. I guess some of it is like secret. She don't want to give away all her recipes, right? But anyway, you get the idea. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for trying to be as vegan as possible. I'm really proud of you guys. Give yourself a big hug, because I know you're trying. Big hug, all right? Give yourself a big hug all the time. I mean, sincerely. Not just like, you know, loving yourself with like your phone and just like taking selfies like this. I mean, that's just superficial. I mean, really appreciate yourself for the steps that you're taking towards becoming vegan. Just the fact that you're here watching this video and educating yourself is so great. And people come and they go in our lives all the time. Sometimes friends come and go. Sometimes people move away. Sometimes you grow apart. Sometimes people die. But the one consistent person that's always going to be there is you. So love yourself, treat yourself well, eat healthy foods, go and get some fresh air and exercise, make sure you get some sun on your cheeks. Yes, it is healthy to get some sun. You get vitamin D that way. All right? Thanks for being here, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Don't forget to be curious about my site. Look around. At some point, I went to IKEA. You can see my video there. I've been to McDonald's. You can see my video there. I've been to Walmart. I've talked about all kinds of different people who are creating vegan products. And if you haven't yet subscribed to Plant-Based News, that's another thing you could consider doing.